I've learned in a lot of different places. Like a lot of academics, I've spent a fair amount of time in traditional institutions. Well, traditional at least in the sense that they had a physical campus and that we took courses. Of course, at one place, the now defunct New College of California, those physical spaces were previously a funeral home. And at another place, the Evergreen State College, instead of taking a number of small courses that were unlinked, we took one full-time interdisciplinary program. Even at these institutions, it was often the informal learning opportunities where I found out the most. It was when students were exchanging ideas out on the main square, or when we were chatting after a poetics department reading, that we really got our ideas. Sometimes faculty would be involved in these informal situations, but not always. Sometimes it was just us. Now, as a child, I also learned quite a lot at summer camp. I learned about nature, I learned how to build a fire, I learned how to get along with people. You know, it helped quite a lot that even when we were very young, we were given the opportunity to decide what kinds of activities we wanted to participate in. We got to build our experience actively. I've also learned a lot from living in different countries. When you live in a new country, it's like being immersed in a culture lesson. And if the language is new to you, then it really is a case of being immersed in a language lesson. When I lived in Japan and would go hiking, just figuring out where I was going was teaching me how to actually read. When I worked at a university in China, stepping outside the gates and talking to the food vendors was a lesson in spoken Chinese. But where I probably learned the most was when I was working in elementary schools teaching English to children, because during recess they would turn around and teach me. Because we were sharing, there was no real nervousness on either of our parts about learning the language, learning each other's language. So the truth is that learning happens anywhere where you can find new ideas, information, or experiences, but it works best if these things are shared or co-created.